Jana Vallabho Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jashodanandana Jaya Vrajanaranjana Jaya Vrajanaranjana Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jashodanandana Jaya Vrajanaranjana Jaya Vrajanaranjana Jaya Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari जय राधा माधव की जय। जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज कचर्य श्रीमद गौर गोविंद स्वामी शील गुरुदेव की जय। जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज कचर्य श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय। जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज कचर्य श्रीमद सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की जय। नामाचार्यशील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तों की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर नदी धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मई की जय। जमुना मई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती राधारणी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौरमानंदे हरि। All gurus assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All gurus assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All gurus assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All Guru, Shri Gauranga, Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki jai. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakramritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shupadanti Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Savana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahavanarita Shri Visakha Nitanso. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesho Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namostute. तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतिष्ये नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे आनंद लीला मय विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रस प्रदाय श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। Hare Krishna. In order to remain in Bhakti Yoga, or in order to practice Bhakti Yoga, first thing is to listen from a bona fide acharya or sadhu. That means bhakti completely depends on listening. So one can go for Shravana. Because many, they like to do kirtan. Means they like to preach. But as we said earlier, I don't know whether in Zoom class or live class we said about that. Preaching means acharanamay preaching, means one should behave in his spiritual life nicely, then he can speak or he can preach. So the kirtan or preaching completely depends on our acharan, behavior. So if someone is following to his guru and behaving properly in his spiritual life, then he can be a true disciple, Sat Shishya, and that Sat Shishya has all right to preach. Okay. So, how one has become Sat Shishya? Many they come to Guru, but Sat Shishya is very rare. The true disciple is very, very rare. Why? When everyone is listening, why it's very. The reason is that one, he has not surrendered to the guru or speaker, therefore he could not become a true disciple. Atma Nivedan. One should surrender himself to Guru. Then he can listen. Listening, one can say, is a very easy thing. We have ears and somebody is speaking, we are listening. But this listening here, which is the first and foremost activities of bhakti, that listening is different. Because a devotee who has completely surrendered to his guru, and then he is listening, that will be called as Sravana. Sravanakhya bhakti. Bhakti se navalakshana. 9 types of bhakti. And first is Sravana. Why? Why so much emphasis is given in this Sravana? Listening. We all listen by our ears. Shravanendriya. If our listening is not proper, we cannot see Krishna. Many, they want to see Krishna by their eyes. But they do not know that by the eyes one cannot see Krishna. Only one can see Krishna through Sravana. Therefore it is called Srutekkita Patham. Sruta Ikkita Patham. The path is listening path, listening process. So therefore, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur always says, if you want to see a sadhu, how you can see sadhu? By Sravananugraha. What is the meaning of Sravananugraha? Sadhu is showering mercy to that person who is surrendering himself to that sadhu and listening. So he gets mercy. So therefore, first we said, many are listening, but how many they got mercy from sadhu? And we know the ear is such an indriya or sense, it can regulate our vision also. Therefore, either we want to see a sadhu or we can see Krishna, but we should depend on our listening, this ear, this sense. Otherwise, you will commit mistake. The guru is Karnadhara. That day we are saying in class. Karnadhara is having two meanings. One meaning is that who is the captain of a boat and controlling the steering can call Karnadhara. At the same time, who is having some right to pull our ears, he can also be Karnadhara. Guru Karnadhara. Guru has that power. He can pull our ears, pull our mind from nasty Maya to Krishna. That power Guru is having. And how Guru is having that power? Tritir Samandha. Guru is having loving relationship with Krishna. Therefore, he can chastise, he can give punishment, he can pull our ears, because he is very, very dear to Krishna. And his only duty is to bring the jivas to Krishna only. Because they have a vision. The sadhu guru, they have vision. They can see who is really suffering. How the Atma is suffering. How the soul is suffering. That a guru can see, sadhu can see. Others they cannot see. Oh, they can see, oh, this bodily suffering is there. Mentally someone is suffering. That one can see. But how the Atma is suffering, soul is suffering, a sadhu can see, a guru can see. So, and they are having this vision because they are very close to Krishna. They are very close to Krishna. Therefore, they have this vision. Krishna can know everything, antarjami. Similarly, a sadhu guru, he can know everything. You cannot teach sadhu guru. Cheat. As you cannot cheat Krishna, you cannot cheat sadhu. So, the sadhu guru, they don't have any other business. Their only business to serve Krishna. That is the only business. Suppose you are having some nice fair, carnival, or melody. Sadhu Guru, they don't have any interest to go there. Because wherever they will go, they will first see, is there Krishna-Katha going on? Is there anything related to Krishna? Is available there? So why? Why I will go there? They will not go there. Their only business is to please Krishna. They will see if activities. This consideration is a Premi Bhakta's consideration. A Premi Bhakta, he considers this way. So, the moment someone will develop desire to go and listen Krishna-Katha, with that desire, two things are there. What are these two things? The one is faith, another one is sadhu sangha. The moment someone will develop desire, I'll go and listen from sadhu, Shraddha is there. Shraddha means belief, faith. Sadhu sangha also there. And when he will attentively listen to sadhu, then he will have to act according to desire of sadhu. He will never do anything against the will of sadhu. And sadhu will not engage his disciples or devotees in any types of activities will not please Krishna. So if anyone is acting according to sadhu, so he can also please Krishna, which is the goal of our life. Our goal of life is to only please Krishna. Now, we don't have the taste to go to sadhu and listen. If we are following Vaishnava Sadachar, Vaishnava etiquette, then one day we will develop desire to go and associate with sadhu. I don't know how many are following the real etiquette of Vaishnava. Therefore, many they don't have desire. This Corona time, one should always cry within his heart how to meet a sadhu, how to listen from a sadhu. But it is not happening. Not happening. Because if we listen from a sadhu, we will have to follow the path of truth. Baba, manmani nahi. You cannot do by your own mind, own whim. Therefore, many they don't want to come to sadhu. If I will go to sadhu, Are Baba, sadhu will do something miracles, then my enjoyment propensity will be reduced. So, those who are listening very carefully, they will act in their life also according to sadhu's desire. So, sadhu is sat, bhakti, true. So, whatever he does for the pleasure of Krishna. And Krishna is the supreme truth. That means he does whatever activities for the pleasure of supreme truth. Therefore, he is sadhu. He is sat. And if we will follow what he is doing, if we will listen to him and follow him, we can also start doing sat activities, true activities. And by doing that, we can please Krishna. It's not a big thing, not a very difficult task. Only submissively we should go and listen from sadhu. That's all. Then our life will be changed, totally changed. So, sadhu's activities to go door to door and speak Krishna-Katha. That is activities. Krishna-Kirtan is his activity. So more we'll go to sadhu and listen from him, more our mind will be pure. Because many things are crowding in our mind. Therefore, the impurity is increasing. But when one will go to sadhu and listen from sadhu, his impurity will go. His mind will become very pure. And with the pure mind, he can think about Krishna. If mind is not pure, one cannot think Krishna. Krishna is very pure. So, many they want to do preaching activities. Are they developed taste? Ruchi? How ruchi will come? How one will develop taste? Gradual process we know. Rupa Goswami Pada has given that process. Ado sadha tata sadhu sangha tata bhajana kriya athanartha nibruti nishta tata ruchis. Did we come to nishta stage? Yes, we are just repeating what Gurudev is saying. But why our words are not affecting or touching others' heart? We are just repeating. We are not manufacturing or adding anything. But still, it's not working. In this Corona time, how many devotees increased by your speaking, by your preaching? You should ask yourself. Yes, I am entitled to preach, no doubt, because my Gurudev wanted me to do that. But at the same time, I should see how many people or how many persons' heart I could change by Krishna-Katha. Why it is not happening? Why it is not happening? Only the reason is that while I was listening, I was not surrendered. Without surrendering to Guru, I was just listening for my own pleasure. When one will surrender to Guru, and when he will listen, it will please Krishna. The listening also should be done for the pleasure of Krishna, not for myself. So, Sharanagati, as we said, Bhakti starts from listening. Similarly, Sharanagati also at the same time starts. That means one will go to sadhu, listen from sadhu, he must surrender. We'll see in Bhagavad Gita, everything Krishna has given there. What Arjuna is saying, Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text 7. Karpanya dosopahata svabha truchhamittvang dharma samugura cheta jatseya syan nischitam bruhi tanme sisyate aham sadhimam tvang prapannam. When Arjuna said this thing, okay, we'll read the translation then. In translation, Prabhupada Maharaj mentioning, now I am confused about my duty. and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. This is the Arjuna statement. So he first saying, I am confused about my duty. Generally, no one knows what is his duties. What is his dharma? One doesn't know. That means what he should do for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. The doubt is there. Confusion is there. Why? Heart is weak. The heart is weak. Because of majorly weakness, karpanya dosa. What is karpanya dosa? Majorly is karpanya. Huh? Miser. Miser means what? Who do not have, or even he is having something he doesn't want to give. This is miserly activities. And another way, the explanation is the Kripana, the opposite of Brahmana. Kripana. The Kripanas in this material world, they suffer loss. Though they are trying to get all satisfaction from this material world, they don't get it. No satisfaction. Kripana nihatrupyanti bahudukha bhaja. Many types of miseries they go through. So therefore he is saying, now I am your disciple. Sishyate ham sadhimang tang prapannam. Now I became your disciple. Please inflict discipline on me. How I became your disciple? Because I surrendered to you. One can become disciple when he will completely surrender to his guru. When Arjuna said all these things, when he carefully listened from Krishna. The whole Bhagavad Gita is full of Krishna's instructions and Arjuna's queries. So, there also is saying, I surrender to you. Please inflict discipline on me. Without surrendering, how a guru will inflict discipline? If someone will not surrender, If someone will not allow Gurudev to catch hold his ear, how Gurudev will pull his ear, make him discipline? Sadhimam Tvam Prapannam. The Sadhimam, very important. This is coming from Sas. Verbal root is Sas. Sadhimam means you should inflict discipline, or you should chastise me, you should punish me. Make me a perfect follower of you. This is only second chapter Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna said this thing. After listening some part, not full. Then after listening full, 18th chapter Bhagavad Gita, what he said? What Arjuna said? Very submissive way, he was listening to Bhagavan Krishna. And finally he came to conclusion. And he said, Nashta moho suti labdha tat prasadana mayachyuto stitosmi gata sandhya karishe vachanam tava. Very nice. Arjuna saying, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubts and am prepared to act according to your instruction. So, he came to this position. He is ready to act according to the desire of Krishna. When he listened very carefully, surrendering himself to Krishna. Here, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. At the same time, Krishna also spiritual master. Unless we will surrender to the spiritual master who is trying to give us instruction only to come out from the Maya, and how we will be engaged in Krishna Seva. So, how can we become a devotee? We all have come to become devotee. We all have come to become devotee. So somebody may ask question, is there any auspiciousness if someone will surrender? And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saying, sure. Definitely one will get auspiciousness. The moment one will surrender, that moment, all the auspiciousness is remaining is grief, hence grief. So what is the Saranagati? What is Saranagati? What does that mean? This Saranagati means one should completely depend on the Supreme Proprietor, Supreme Master, Supreme Lord. This is Saranagati. If one is completely depending on the Supreme Lord, do you think that the Supreme Lord will neglect you? So the moment we are not surrendered to the Supreme Lord, we will face so many inauspicious incidents appear. Just look at your own daily life, then you can understand it. One can argue that why Krishna brought to this miserable place. We say Dukkhalayam Asasutam. Why Krishna brought us here? Krishna did not bring us here. We are all Krishna's men. Mavivangsha jiva loko jiva bhuta sanatana. Then why we are here? Because we wanted to enjoy this material world independently. And Krishna is the only sanctioning authority. And he is sitting in the heart of all the living entities. The moment the jiva develop desire to enjoy, so Krishna made arrangement, we came here. That means we became karta, the doer. And it is also said in Bhagavad Gita, the jiva is thinking he is the doer. Why jiva is thinking like that? Because jiva has become foolish, rascal, builder jiva. And he thinking, I am the doer. Kartarang iti manyate. Ahankara vimudatma. How one is thinking he is karta, he is the doer? Because of his ahankar, because of his false ego. So, we say, I am man of action. Mu karma vira. I. That means what? I. This I and minus is very strong. Very strong. Therefore, jiva is becoming bewildered. And being bewildered, he is coming here. Trying to find a pleasure here, happiness here. But when he will meet with a sadhu, and when he will listen from sadhu without duplicity, this is another one very great factor. One should listen from sadhu with simple heart, like a child. Doesn't know anything. What mother is saying, child is accepting. Then he will develop little desire to be connected with Krishna. Krishna Samandha. Again, the question comes, what is the symptom of Saranagati? What is the symptom of Saranagati? Only one symptom, not so many symptoms. That one symptom is he started to think that he is not at all a doer. And he will start thinking that I am not independent one. Then Saranagati will start. As long the jiva is thinking he is a doer, he cannot surrender. One may think that why will give up? That I am a doer. Because you are not at all a maintainer. You are not at all a creator. And you cannot annihilate. The creator, maintainer, annihilator is Krishna, Supreme Person of Godhead. By his mercy, Brahma is creating, Vishnu is maintaining, and Shivaji is annihilating. But many, they have wrong notion that they are the maintainer. I am maintaining my family, my children, my family members. But actually, can they maintain? Tomorrow you will lose your vision, or you will lose your some limbs. You cannot work. You cannot maintain. Cannot maintain the time. Rather, you will depend on someone who will maintain you. So why only just this is misunderstanding that I am maintainer. But what is the Saranagati? She, huh? 6 types of Saranagati, what it is said there. Anukulya, what is it? Anukulya Sankara Patikulya Savarjanam, Rakhaiti Viti Viswasa Goptrute Varanam. This Goptrute Varanam. One must accept the Supreme Person of Godhead as his maintainer. If I am maintained by someone, so I don't need to do anything. I should not claim that I am a doer, because I have already taken shelter at the lotus feet of the great maintainer Krishna. So why I will bother my head? No question of kartrutva, that I am the doer. That is gone now. No more is there. So, this Bhagavan Krishna is being maintained. When he was small child, he was being maintained by his mother and father, Nanda Jasoda. When he became little older, that time he was being maintained by many Gopis. They were all liking him. So when he became Kishora Bayas, age of Kishora, boyhood, that time he was being maintained by the Gopis. Whatever Krishna wants, the Gopis were supplying to him. Among the Gopis, the best one is Srimati Radharani. Vrishabhanunandini Srimati Radharani is the best one. So, she is taking care of Krishna nicely. And if ourselves can become Har Palyodasi, the maid servant being maintained by Srimati Radharani, then we don't have anything else in our heart, only one thing, how Krishna, Radha Krishna will be pleased. So there is no question of material abhiman, material ego, material pride. Now, I am Karta, I am Pita, I am Father, I am Doer, all this gone. I am maintained by Srimati Radharani. In that case, enough bliss, enough pleasure will be there. So, this Saranagati, those who have listened from right source, those who have received properly, he can surrender. So therefore it is said, where there is listening, there is Saranagati. Other way also, where there is Saranagati, there is listening. So, one may say, oh, I listen too much. How long I listen, Baba? When my Gurudev, in Bali one time he was giving class, he did not adjust watch. So Bali from India, 2.5 hours difference. And he was speaking and speaking and speaking. That time already 4.5 hours gone. Somehow he could see the clock time on the wall. Then he was surprised. So much time? I took so much time. Then he saw his watch. Still 2.5 hours behind. So he said, oh, I could not realize. I did not adjust my watch. So, when Krishna-Katha is going on, the listener and the speaker, if they are in one level, then time is not at all a factor. So therefore, one cannot say that I listened so much, now I don't want to listen anymore. Now I'll preach only. So, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur said, even one will go to spiritual world. If he will get opportunity, he will sit down and listen. So, Parikshit Maharaj, he was listening 7 days. He did not sleep, he did not eat. And he said to Sukadev Goswami, he said, please don't stop speaking. That speaking should continue. Let the takshaka, kuhaka, or any poisonous snake comes and bites me, I don't fear. This nectarian katha should go on. So, the speaker is Vyasadev, listener is Sukadev. The speaker is Sukadev, listener is Parikshit Maharaj. The speaker also Sat, the listener also Sat. True listener, true speaker. Therefore, the speaker and listener both were releasing. The releasement was going on. So nice. Beautiful Katha. So, if we will not become nice disciples, how can we do bhajan nicely? In order to do bhajan nicely, we will have to become nice disciples. So, where one can surrender, a person to whom one will believe or will have faith, then he will surrender to that person. If there is no faith, it is not easy to surrender to that person. And this is quite natural. So therefore, in Saranagati, always Shraddha is there. The faith is there. So, we said that one symptom is, Saranagati symptom is, give up the mentality of a doer. The next one is develop faith. And also, if someone will think he is a doer, he will not put faith on anyone. He will not believe anyone. I can do everything myself. So now question comes. Why we should surrender? Arjuna did not surrender to Krishna. Arjuna rather was arguing with Krishna. Even he was finding fault with Krishna. How Krishna is asking me to kill my guru, my brother, my grandfather? What is this? He was arguing. Even he was in such awkward situation, he said that he will become sannyasi. To avoid committing so many sinful activities. Because Arjuna was deciding everything by whatever knowledge he was having, with that he was deciding everything. Before, he had not listened what is tattva is. So apparently he was considering everything. But when he heard from Krishna, Tattva Upadesh. Instruction basing on the absolute truth. Then his mind changed. Then he said, Jatha ichchaisi tatha kuru. Oh Krishna, whatever you will develop desire, I will do it. What is the meaning of this? Before listening, he was trying to do according to his own desire. But after listening, now he is ready to do what Krishna's desire is. Therefore, one must listen from a right source so that he can do what Krishna desires from him. When Gurudev asked me to become president of the temple, what qualification I was having? Nothing. I did not know so much about ISKCON. What is ISKCON is? How ISKCON runs? What is the setup? Nothing was known to me. But I did not argue with Gurudev. I argued a little bit. I said, why not Advaita Acharya Prabhu, who is now Gopinath Maharaj? He was that time acting president. No president was there. I said to Gurudev, I will help Advaita Prabhu in his all the official work because my background is I was PA, personal assistant to our chairman cum managing director. So I can be a very nice helper, assistant. Gurudev said, no, he will help you. You just carry on as president. So I accepted that. We cannot develop our own desire. And we do not know what Krishna wants from us. In other words, we can say we do not know Krishna's desires. So how we can merge our desire with Krishna? By which Krishna will be pleased or happy. So therefore, first thing is that we should merge our desire with the dear devotee of Krishna, who is our spiritual master. If we can merge our desire with spiritual master desires, automatically Krishna will be happy. Now question comes, how? How Krishna will be happy? Because Gurudev does not do any activities which will not please Krishna. Therefore, we should do according to the desire of Gurudev. Then automatically Krishna will be happy. We need not go to please Krishna directly. Though that is our dharma. That is Swarup dharma of Jiva. Jiva should always try to please Krishna. But we cannot reach Krishna. But we can reach very easily our Gurudev. And we can merge our desire with Gurudev's desire. So if someone is able to merge his desire with sadhu guru's desire, he is Saranagata, he is surrendered soul. Without surrendering, one cannot merge his desire with Guru's desire. So, this is bhakti. To merge desire with sadhu's desire is the real bhakti. And those who are keeping their independence and those who are thinking they are the doers, those who have no faith on sadhu guru's words, they are asat because they don't have bhakti. They don't have devotion. And if we will associate with that type of person, also we will lose our bhakti. We will not have devotion. Asatsanga, asatsanga. What is satsanga? And what is asatsanga? To develop desire to please Krishna, this is sat kamana, true desire. And the person who are having this true desire, when we will associate with them, then that will be called as satsanga. And those who are having itara kamana, the desire other than Krishna's pleasure, if that desire is there, that means one will go for his own sense gratification. And those who are going for their own sense gratification, they are asat. They are sangha, asat sangha. So in one sentence we can say, Seva Kami, actually Seva Kami can go for sadhu sangha. Who is having desire to serve Krishna, he can go for sadhu sangha. Who has his own Krishna, he will never go for sadhu sangha. Very bitter. Because by sadhu sangha, I will lose my independence. I will lose my own happiness. So sukha vasana will go. That means that type of person does not want bhakti. If someone does not want to correct himself, he doesn't want bhakti. So, we'll have to give up our so sukha kamana, desire for own happiness. Otherwise, the desire for Krishna sukha, Krishna's happiness will never appear in our heart. So, this desire for happiness of Krishna will develop in the heart only by associating with sadhu and listening from him pure Krishna-Katha. The sadhu, 24 hours he is thinking how Krishna will be happy. When we'll truly do sadhu sangha, then we'll be able to understand how a sadhu 24 hours always thinking about Krishna's happiness. Then by associating with that type of sadhu, we can also develop desire to give pleasure or happiness to Krishna. So, the thirst will develop. How I can go to temple, at least I will serve there. How I can please Krishna, how I can please sadhu guru. The thirst will develop. So therefore, in all the Shastras say, the all types of perfection is with sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra koy, lobe matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi ho. A moment of association with sadhu, we can get all perfection. Many are thinking, I will make small kutia. Kutia means a small thatched house. And I will sit down, do my bhajan. Because all this crowd I don't like at all. After some time, mind will be disturbed and sadhu will feel, you cannot sadhu, anyway, so-called sadhu, will feel that he is very feeling lonely. So others should come there. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, if one is not free from anartha and he is thinking about lonely bhajan, he will fall down. Soon he will fall down. It happened. I heard Vrindavan. I went Before that, he was such a nice sannyasi, but I went to Vrindavan, I heard that he fell down. And I inquired that he made a small ashram, a very lonely place, and doing bhajan. Suddenly, Mataji came and finished. This happening due to anarthas. We have so much anartha in our mind, heart, and we are going for lonely bhajan. I will make my own ashram and I will do bhajan. So, if someone is not a true sadhu, if he'll go associate and listen, danger is there. If we are thinking that we listened so much, now we start our lonely bhajan, danger is there. So how one will remain protected? Everywhere danger. How one will remain protected? My Gurudev said one small sentence, Ami Sada Shishya Thaki. Let me remain always a disciple. Then you are protected. Gurudev is there. Gurudev will take care if I will commit some mistake. My Gurudev will show me. The moment I will think I have become Guru, I am preaching, so many followers are coming to me, I have become a Guru. According to Fakirman Prabhu, he is taking fall down tablet. Fall down tablet. Understand? At this moment, our mind is not always thinking about Krishna. It's not possible also. So by mind you cannot serve Bhagavan Krishna. Chanchala mana, very flickering mind. So what can we do? Mind is the master of senses. So only one thing we can do, we should not allow our senses to take a rest. Let their senses be engaged in seva. So, only few hours we can spend for our rest. All other times, we must serve Guru and Krishna. At least our physical body and in seva. And If we can engage our mind, how can I do this seva nicely so that my Gurudev and Krishna will be happy? Then the mind will be engaged in Krishna's thought. And by speech, we can serve Guru and Krishna. What we have listened from Gurudev, as it is, we should present to others. So, if you do that, Krishna will be happy. So bhakti is not a thing that can be done by our material body, material mind. Bhakti is to be done by our transcendental body, transcendental senses. So when one can make his body transcendental, when it will be possible, when someone will develop Atma Bhuti, then it will be possible. The activities should be done by our Atma. Atma realization will be there. Then this mind and body cannot disturb us. When Atma is running to serve Krishna, the mind and the body will follow Atma. And by serving Krishna, when Atma will be pleased, then automatically body and mind will be pleased. No question of moroseness. So this Atma Bhuti or the self-realization, Atmanubhuti, is not developing. For what reason? Because the jiva, he has connection with material objects. As long the jiva is having connection with material objects, his Atma Vritti will never be awakened. Because the Atma is guided by mind, senses and body. But those who are self-realized souls, they have nothing to do with body and mind. So they are always trying to serve Krishna with their body, mind and speeches. So when mind will think about Krishna, Automatically, in the body, hairs will stand, feeling will be realized, some ecstatic symptom will come, and when it will become more and more, then one will laugh, one will cry, one will roll on the ground. So these are called vikaro. So in this situation, one will be able to see Krishna. So the senses, our senses, are not becoming satisfied. If we are engaging our senses in material enjoyment, the senses are not getting satisfied. Need more and more enjoyment. Like a blazing fire, if anyone will try to extinguish that fire by putting some ghee or butter, that fire will increase. Similarly, if someone will think that I will give some enjoyment to my senses, then I will give up everything. It cannot be possible. Then question comes, how we can engage our senses, body for the seva of Krishna. By which we can give pleasure to Krishna and we also can get pleasure. The only process is listening from sadhu. Listening from sadhu. If we'll go without listening from sadhu to serve Krishna, what will be happen? Our seva will be as if no light. Prana-hina seva, lifeless seva. So this prana-hina seva, or we can say routine nature seva, neither it will please Krishna, nor it will be called as bhakti. So therefore a Vaishnava cannot do seva without the mercy of a sadhu guru who is very, very dear devotee of Krishna. Krishna Prestha. Very dear devotee of Krishna. So therefore, if one will take shelter at the lotus feet of Gurudev, he will be able to know what is the real meaning of seva. Seva many are doing. Dogs are doing, cats are doing, human beings are doing, seva many doing. From morning till night, sleeping time, seva is going on. But how one will understand what is real seva is? And it is guaranteed that if someone is doing real seva, he will be blissful and peaceful. Seva nanda. So, he has to know what is real seva is. Sabya sukha vidhanartha seva. Sanskrit said. For the pleasure of sabya. Sabya means to be served. If some seva is going on, that is real seva. And that is bhakti. And by that bhakti, one will be able to directly connect with Krishna. Samandha. And Krishna is not there in our samandha. So who will be there? Maya will be there. So as long we have not listened from Sadhu Guru, we will just serve to Maya. Maya Devi. And by doing seva to Maya Devi, very little pleasure one can get. But as a result, one will get so much miseries, so much sufferings. So, and that is not bhakti. Seva for the pleasure of Krishna, whatever work we do, that will be considered as bhakti. Bhaktistu bhagavat bhakta sangena parijayat. That type of bhakti will develop when one will go for bhagavat bhakta sangha, association of Bhagavan's associates. So, okay, it's a long topic, we cannot finish today. It will be told later on. Yeah. So therefore, the important message is we should follow Sadhu Guru, we should listen Sadhu Guru, and we should merge our desire with Sadhu Guru. Then we can also fulfill the desire of Krishna. And thereby we'll get real bliss. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Gopal Ji ki jai. Shri Jagannath Brother Subhadra Devi ki jai. Shri Gaunitahai ki jai. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. ताई गौर कुमानंदे
जय श्री
जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय। Any question?
ईशानी कीर्ति।
Guru Maharaja, please accept my obeisances. Thank you for Krishna-Katha. Please kindly explain. Krishna has 64 qualities, and one of them is that Krishna is already happy. But we have to give him happiness. How to understand that contradiction?
Krishna Anandamaya, complete kind and Anandamaya.
There are in 64 qualities. It is there. Krishna is always happy. Is there? I don't think. Anyway. Janava Mataji, how to merge mind desire with Guru. Mind desires many times much different from Guru, and also I do not know Guru's desire in every aspect of mind, daily life. Okay. So first question, Ishani Kirti. Okay, Krishna, Anandamaya. No doubt Krishna Anandamaya. Why Krishna Anandamaya? How Krishna is Anandamaya? How Krishna is blissful? Because of the presence of Alladini potency, Srimati Radharani, Krishna has become Anandamaya. So, Krishna's Ananda is depending on the abode of love, Srimati Radharani, Astraya Vigraha, Srimati Radharani. So therefore, we should try to give happiness to him. And he gets pleasure out of it. He does not want a sweet mango from us. But a devotee without taking sweet mango, he offered to Krishna, Krishna will be happy. Krishna will be happy because his devotee is always thinking how to make him happy. Without thinking of his own happiness, he is always trying to make him happy. Therefore, Krishna will become happy. Yes, Jannava Mataji saying. If a devotee or disciple has not surrendered to Guru, so definitely there will be different desires. If someone will surrender to Guru, then he will be able to understand what Guru wants from me, and he will act accordingly. So, therefore, sadhu sangha is recommended. By sadhu sangha, or in other words, we can say, by listening to sadhu, we will be able to understand what is sadhu's desire is. Actually, sadhu does not need anything from his devotees, his disciples. Sadhu wants that my disciple should serve Krishna and become Krishna's own man, so that they will not get any suffering or miseries in this material world. Huh? Who is that?
This is Madan Gopal.
Huh? How to know?
Cancel.
Oh, dear Gurudev, how to reconcile the path of Saranagati with the need of going for some sort of modern education and profession to maintain the family? You might have heard about Narsingh Mehta. Narsingh Mehta, daughter's marriage was there. He was very poor. Always he was going, sitting in the Bhagavatam class. His wife one day gave his golden ornaments to Narsingh Mehta and said, you go to city and sell these. We'll have to give marriage to our daughter. And marriage day is so and so. So you should come back before marriage. Narsingh Mehta went to sell these golden ornaments. On the way he saw nice Bhagavata is going on. He sat down there. And he listened Bhagavatam 7 days. By that time, marriage date already gone. So after 7 days, he came to know that, oh, I was to go to market to sell the jewelries, but by the time my daughter's marriage period gone, so he went back and he saw his house is decorated nicely and the marriage is already done. The daughter has gone to her in-laws' house. Then Narsingh Mehta said, how it could be possible, because I could not come, I was sitting in the Bhagavatam class. Then his wife said, surprised that you actually came and conducted marriage, everything was done nicely. Then he could understand that actually Krishna is so merciful, he did everything nicely. Only thing is that we don't have faith on him. So therefore, we are trying for our best to do something. You just raise your hand and pray to Krishna. The maintenance, Krishna will think. Annapurna. Saranagati is when we understand that we are not doers. But there is some time between understanding this thing and surrender. What is I don't understand. There is some time between understanding this thing and surrender.
To understand theoretically and doing practically, sometimes theoretically and practically, sometimes it's understanding theoretically, but it's taking time to do practically. In between times.
Oh, she wants to take time. Okay. Okay, you take time, but don't get old. Eh? Arjun did not take so much time. You are mentioning chapter 2, chapter 11, only 18 days time. Within 18 days, Arjun completely surrendered. So, you may take at least 1 month, is okay. Huh?
No.
Right. Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna.
One question.
Hare Baba, the lazy man. Achha. I have one question, Janavadasi, relating to your answer to Madan Gopal Prabhu. Is there also some laziness possible? That you say Krishna will take care so that you yourself don't have to think about it. The laziness means what? Little sense gratification is there. Or still, I am doer. I can do sometime something. That is laziness. জীব কি করিতে পারে তুমি না করিলে আশা মাত্র জীব করে তব ইচ্ছা ফলে. This song is there. A mere jiva cannot do anything. Even you are thinking that you will go for mundane education, profession, everything. It depends on Krishna's mercy. So, without Krishna's mercy, your education, you will not be successful. In your profession also, you will not be successful. Then all success is coming from him. So, even you go out for any activities, you should pray to Krishna and ask for his mercy. Those who are going for enjoyment, they are also asking mercy from Krishna. Suppose some thieves, they will go to steal something, dakat. They also go to temple and pray. Today, I must steal so many things. Please, shower mercy on me. So, at least let us pray to Krishna for everything.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Can I ask my question? Because I would like to correct it.
Okay, huh?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Can I ask my question because I would like to correct it?
What rules?
Can you hear me, Guru Maharaj?
Someone is speaking, but it's very soft.
Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj, can you hear me? Не слышно меня.
Good. No.
Someone is trying to speak.
Okay, then.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Very well. Now I can hear.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my obeisances. I would like to correct the question because somehow it was not the full. My question was, in Bhagavad Gita, we in second chapter, Arjuna asked Krishna to explain everything, and you explain is that it is Sharanagati. But it seems like there is time between when Arjuna asked Krishna to explain, and when Krishna shows Arjuna in Virat Rupa that he is a doer, that he has already done, and it is a time between second chapter and 11th chapter. And I would, my question was, can you please explain this? So it seems like it is time between Sharanagati and consideration that Krishna everything has done already, or how can you explain it? So this was my question.
What exactly you want to know?
I would like to know why it is in Bhagavad Gita in different chapters. In second chapter, there is somehow Sharanagati, and in 11th chapter, Krishna shows to Arjuna that he has done everything. So there is time.
What is time? What is time? I don't understand. What is time? Krishna showed Virat Rupa, universal form, Arjuna. Arjuna, what happened to him? He got fear. He developed fear to see that Virat Rupa. That Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, gigantic form of Krishna, is meant for the persons who has no faith on Krishna. Therefore, Arjuna said, please, just come to your Manushya Rupa or human form. That was in that Virat Rupa 11th chapter. But 18th chapter, and also what he said, Bhagavan Krishna, he gave all the instructions to Arjuna, but he did not want to interfere into his independence. So therefore, he said to Arjuna that in 1863 it is said, iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrasaita asesena jatha ichesi tatha. Thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully, and then do what you wish to do. So, Krishna said everything. He also, whatever he said to Arjuna, it is also necessary for all mankind in this world. So he knows that Arjuna was a bhakta. No doubt he knows everything. But Arjuna acted like a simple man who doesn't know anything. And Krishna, he became like a guru to speak to his disciple who does not know anything. So therefore, one by one, way, karma, jnana, yoga, all these things he spoke. And finally he said, give up everything. Just surrender unto me. Then the conclusion is, one has to surrender to the Supreme Lord Krishna so that he will free from all types of reactions and get the pleasure.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my obeisances. Thank you so much.
Huh? Okay, thank you very much. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Samadhita Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Udah hilang ya.